Welcome to another calm, slow session of Better English Step by Step. I am Sarah, and I am so happy you decided to join us today for this hour of study. Before we begin, I want you to just take a moment to settle in. If you are sitting at your desk, maybe stretch your shoulders. If you are commuting or walking, just focus on the sound of my voice. Today is not about rushing. It is not about how many new words you can memorize in 5 minutes. It is about a very specific and very important feeling that many of you have shared with us lately. It is that feeling of being stuck. Hello everyone, I am David, and I am sitting here with Sarah, ready to walk through this with you. That feeling of being stuck is something we call the intermediate plateau. It is that strange place where you have worked very hard to reach a B1 level. You can understand quite a bit, and you can have a basic conversation, but you feel like you have stopped growing. You might be practicing every single day, just like we always suggest, but when you look at your progress, it feels invisible. You feel like you are standing still while everyone else is moving forward. It can be so discouraging, can't it? You might even feel like your consistency isn't working. You might think that because you don't feel a big change every week, you aren't actually improving. But today, David and I want to show you that your progress is not gone. It is just hidden. We are going to teach you how to find your small wins. These are the tiny signs that your English is actually growing every single day, even when you can't feel it. If you enjoy these long, relaxing lessons and you want to build your confidence step by step, please do subscribe to the channel and join our community. It helps us keep creating these quiet spaces for you to learn.
We are going to break this down into 3 main areas today: listening, speaking, and thinking. We want to give you a checklist of things to look for so that at the end of every study session, you can say to yourself, I did it. I moved forward. Even if it was just an inch is better than standing still. Let's start with listening. Sarah, why do you think listening feels so difficult even when we are being consistent?
I think it's because at the beginning, everything is noise. When you first start learning, a native speaker sounds like they are just making one long, continuous sound. As you get better, you start to hear the gaps between the words. The first small win in listening is what I call the blurry to clear shift. It is that moment when you realize you aren't just hearing a sentence, you are hearing the individual pieces. That is such a good way to describe it. It's like looking at a photo that is slowly coming into focus. I remember when I was learning a second language, I would listen to the news and feel so frustrated because it was too fast. But one day, I realized I could hear the word for however and the word for although. I didn't know the whole sentence, but those little connector words were like bright lights in the dark. Exactly. So let's practice that right now. I am going to say a sentence at a natural native speed. I want you to just listen. Don't worry if you don't understand every word. Just listen to the rhythm. Here is the sentence. I was wondering if you had any time to talk about the project later today. That was quite fast, Sarah. If I were a learner, I might just hear talk and project. Right. But now, let's look for the small win. The win isn't understanding the project. The win is hearing the small words like was and if. Let's slow it down together. I was wondering. Listen to how was and wondering join together. I was wondering. Now you try repeating that after me. I was wondering. I was wondering. It's almost like one word, isn't it? I was wondering. It is. And that is where the win is. If you can hear that those are 3 separate words, even when they are said quickly, your brain is doing incredible work. Let's try the next part. If you had any time. If you had any time. Try saying that slowly with me. If you had any time. If you had any time. I can hear the if very clearly now. Now let's put it together, but slowly. I was wondering if you had any time. Take your time and say it with me. I was wondering if you had any time. I was wondering. This is the first thing on your checklist. When you listen to a podcast or a movie, don't ask yourself, did I understand the whole story? Instead, ask yourself, can I hear the small words? If you can hear the difference between he is and he was, that is a huge win. It means your ear is becoming more sensitive to the grammar of the language. That makes so much sense. It takes the pressure off. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be observant. Another sign of progress in listening is when you stop translating in your head. Usually, we hear an English word, we translate it to our native language, and then we understand. But a small win is when a word just exists in your mind as an idea.
Yes, like the word apple. Most of our listeners probably don't translate apple anymore. They just see the red fruit in their mind. The goal is to do that with more complex words. Let's try some repeat after me practice with some common verbs. I want you to listen to the word and try to imagine the action, not the translation.
Let's start with the word realize. Sarah, can you give us a sentence?
Sure. I suddenly realized I left my keys at home. Listen to that word, realized. It means to suddenly understand something. I suddenly realized I left my keys at home. Now you repeat it and try to feel that feeling of, oh no, I forgot something. I suddenly realized I left my keys at home.
I suddenly realized I left my keys at home.
Good. Now let's try another one, improve. We all want to improve. The sentence is, I want to improve my speaking skills. Imagine yourself speaking clearly and confidently. I want to improve my speaking skills. Your turn.
I want to improve my speaking skills.
When you can hear the word improve and you don't have to think of the word in your own language, that is a win. It might only happen for 5 words today, but tomorrow it will be 6. That is how consistency works. It is a slow, quiet building of a new world in your mind.
I think that leads us perfectly into our second area, which is speaking. This is often where the frustration is the highest. People say to me, David, I know the grammar in my notebook, but when I open my mouth, it all disappears.
We hear that so often, and the reason is that there is a big gap between knowing and doing. The small win in speaking is not speaking perfectly. It is what we call automaticity. It is when a small piece of a sentence comes out without you having to build it from scratch.
Like a Lego set. You don't have to build every single brick. You have a pre-made block that you can just use.
Exactly. We call these sentence frames. A huge win for a B1 learner is when they stop thinking about the verb tense and start using the frame. For example, let's look at the frame I have been. This is the present perfect continuous. It's very common but very difficult to think about when you are nervous. But if you treat I have been as one single block, it becomes easy.
Let's practice that. I am going to give a verb, and Sarah, you give us the frame. Then we will leave space for our listeners to repeat it. The first verb is working.
I have been working. Your turn.
I have been working. The next verb is learning.
I have been learning. Now you try.
I have been learning. The next one is waiting.
I have been waiting. Your turn.
I have been waiting.
Now, did you notice how you didn't have to think about the grammar? You just added the verb to the frame. The small win here is when you are in a real conversation and someone asks, what have you been doing lately? And you say, I've been working a lot, without pausing for 5 seconds to remember the tense. If you can say that phrase naturally, you have won. You have mastered a piece of the language.
That feels much more achievable. It's about building a library of these frames. Another win in speaking is self-correction. Sarah, some people get really upset when they make a mistake and then realize it. They think it means they are bad at English, but I think it's actually a sign of progress.
I agree completely. If you make a mistake and you don't notice it, you are at one level. But if you say, I go to the store yesterday, I went to the store, that is a massive win. It means your brain is now acting as your own teacher. It means your ears are starting to recognize what correct English sounds like.
So if you are listening to this and you often catch yourself making mistakes, please don't be hard on yourself. Celebrate it. It means you are waking up to the language. Let's practice some common phrases where we often make mistakes, and we will practice the correction too. Sarah, let's try the classic mistake of using since instead of for.
Good one. Many people say, I have lived here since 5 years. But the correct way is, I have lived here for 5 years. Let's practice the correct version and really focus on the sound of it. I have lived here for 5 years. Repeat that with me.
I have lived here for 5 years.
Now let's try another one. I've been waiting for 10 minutes, not since 10 minutes. I've been waiting for 10 minutes. Your turn.
I've been waiting for 10 minutes.
And one more. I have known him for a long time. I have known him for a long time. Repeat that.
I have known him for a long time.
Now, if you are in a conversation and you accidentally say since a long time, and then you quickly change it to for a long time, give yourself a pat on the back. You are doing it. You are monitoring your own speech. That is a high-level skill.
It really is. It shows that the consistency is paying off. You are developing an internal compass. Now, let's talk about the third area, which is thinking. This is the most mysterious part for many learners. They ask, how do I stop translating? How do I actually think in English?
Thinking in English doesn't mean you have a whole philosophical debate in your head in English. It starts much smaller than that. The small win in thinking is what I call the internal label. It's when you look at an object or an action in your daily life, and the English word pops into your head before your native word does.
I love that. It's like your brain is being colonized by English little by little. You look at the window and you think, window. You don't think the word in your language and then translate it. You just see it.
Exactly, and you can practice this every day to build that consistency. When you are walking through your house, try to label your actions, not just the objects, but the actions. This is a great way to build the bridge between thinking and speaking. Let's try a little exercise together. I want you to imagine you are in your kitchen. You are making a cup of coffee. I will say the action in English, and you repeat it. Try to see the action in your mind as you say the words.
I am opening the cupboard. Your turn.
I am opening the cupboard.
I am taking out a mug. Repeat that.
I am taking out a mug.
I am boiling the water. Your turn.
I am boiling the water.
I am pouring the coffee. Repeat that.
I am pouring the coffee.
Now, if you do this for just 2 minutes a day while you are actually in your kitchen, something amazing happens. After a week, you will walk into the kitchen, you will grab a mug, and your brain will say, taking out a mug. That is the moment. That is the small win. You didn't try to think in English. Your brain just did it for you.
It's such a powerful feeling when that happens. It's like a little spark. And the more of those sparks you have, the sooner you will reach that flow state where the language feels like a part of you. Another thinking win is when you start to use English to react to things. If you drop something and you say, oh no, or oops, instead of the word in your native language, that is progress.
Or if you see something beautiful and you think, wow, that's nice. It's these tiny 1-second reactions. They prove that English is becoming your default setting for certain emotions. Let's practice some of those reactive phrases. These are very short, but they are very important for sounding natural. Sarah, what are some of your favorite reactions?
I like, that's true. It's a great way to show you are listening. If someone says something you agree with, you just say, that's true. Let's practice that. That's true. Repeat it.
That's true.
Another one is, that makes sense. When you understand an explanation. That makes sense. Your turn.
That makes sense.
And a very common one is, I see what you mean. This is great for conversations. I see what you mean. Repeat it.
I see what you mean.
Try to use one of these today, even if you are just talking to yourself or watching a video. If you agree with something, say out loud, that's true. Making that physical connection between your thought and the English sound is a huge step forward.
We've talked about listening, speaking, and thinking, but now we need a way to track all of this, because the problem with small wins is that they are easy to forget. You have a great moment on Tuesday, but by Thursday, you feel stuck again, and you forget that Tuesday ever happened.
That is why we want to introduce the 30-day progress scorecard. This isn't a test. It's not something you get a grade on. It is just a way for you to prove to yourself that you are moving.
I like the sound of that. How does it work?
It's very simple. We want you to pick one thing to track each week, just one. For the first week, let's focus on recording your voice. This is the ultimate way to see your growth. David, I know a lot of people hate the sound of their own voice, right?
Oh, I used to hate it. It sounds so different in our heads than it does on a recording, but it is the most honest teacher you will ever have. When you listen back, you hear things you didn't notice while you were speaking.
Exactly. So here is your challenge for week 1. Take your phone and record yourself speaking for just 30 seconds. You can read a paragraph from a book, or you can just talk about your day. Do it today. Then don't listen to it. Just save it. Then do it again in 1 week. Say the exact same thing. When you listen to the 2 recordings side by side, you will hear a difference. Maybe your rhythm is a little better. Maybe you didn't hesitate as much before the word because. That difference is your win.
And for week 2, you could track your listening. Choose a short video or a podcast clip, maybe 3 minutes long. Listen to it today and write down 5 words you recognized. Not 5 words you didn't know, but 5 words you recognized easily. Then listen to it again a week later. I bet you will recognize 7 or 8 words. That is your win.
For week 3, focus on your thinking wins. Every time you have a tiny English thought, like labeling your coffee mug or saying, "That's true," to yourself, put a little mark in a notebook or on your phone. At the end of the day, look at those marks. If you had 3 marks on Monday and 4 marks on Wednesday, you are improving. It is a mathematical fact.
I think the most important thing for everyone to remember is that the plateau is not a wall. It is just a flat part of the journey. When you are on a plateau, you are still moving forward. You are just not moving upward as fast as you were at the beginning. But it is on the plateau that you build your endurance. It is where you turn your knowledge into a habit.
That's right. Think of a professional athlete. They don't learn a new skill every day. They spend years practicing the same movement over and over again until it is perfect. As an intermediate learner, you are now in the practice phase. You are taking the blocks you learned as a beginner, and you are learning how to use them with grace and speed.
Let's do a final round of practice together to end this lesson on a high note. We are going to use some of the patterns we talked about today and combine them into a short story. We will go slowly. Sarah will say a sentence, and I will repeat it, and then you will repeat it after us.
This is a story about a woman named Elena who felt stuck in her English, just like many of you. First sentence. Elena had been studying English for 3 years. Your turn.
Elena had been studying English for 3 years.
Sometimes she felt like she wasn't making any progress. Repeat that.
Sometimes she felt like she wasn't making any progress.
But one day, while she was making her morning tea, something changed. Your turn.
But one day, while she was making her morning tea, something changed.
She looked at her mug and thought the word tea before she thought it in her own language. Repeat that.
She looked at her mug and thought the word tea before she thought it in her own language.
She realized that all her hard work was finally paying off. Your turn.
She realized that all her hard work was finally paying off.
She smiled and said to herself, "I am getting better, step by step." Repeat that.
She smiled and said to herself, "I am getting better, step by step."
That is a simple story, but it is a true story for all of you. Every time you listen to a lesson like this, every time you repeat a sentence, you are changing your brain. You are building those connections. It might feel quiet and it might feel slow, but it is happening.
We are so proud of you for showing up today. It takes courage to keep going when you don't see the finish line. But remember, the goal isn't just to reach the end. The goal is to enjoy the process of becoming a more confident version of yourself.
Before we go, I want to give you one final next step. I want you to go to the comments section of this video. I want you to write down one small win you had today. Did you hear a word more clearly? Did you repeat a sentence with a good rhythm? Did you realize that you know more than you think? Write it down. Seeing your wins in writing makes them real.
And if you found this helpful, please hit the like button and share it with a friend who might be feeling stuck too. We are all in this together, and supporting each other is how we keep the consistency alive. Don't forget to click the bell icon so you never miss one of our relaxing study sessions.
Thank you for spending this time with us. Keep your ears open for those small wins, and remember that every single step you take is a step toward the person you want to become. You are doing much better than you realize. We'll see you in the next lesson.
Stay consistent, stay curious, and most importantly, stay kind to yourself. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye, and happy learning.
Let's actually do one more little bonus round for those who are still listening. I think it's important to practice the sounds of confidence. Sarah, how about we practice some phrases that help learners sound more sure of themselves, even when they are unsure?
That's a wonderful idea. Confidence is often about the melody of the sentence. If your voice goes up at the end, it sounds like a question. If it stays flat or goes down slightly, it sounds like a statement. Let's practice saying, "I'm not sure, but," with a confident melody.
I'm not sure, but I think the meeting is at 10. Try that.
I'm not sure, but I think the meeting is at 10.
Notice how David didn't sound scared. He just stated a fact about his uncertainty. Let's try another one. As far as I know. This is a great phrase for the plateau. It shows you have information, but you are being careful. As far as I know, the project is on track. Repeat that. As far as I know, the project is on track. Very good. And one more. I'm fairly certain that. This is stronger than I think. I'm fairly certain that we've met before. Your turn. I'm fairly certain that we've met before.
When you use these phrases, you are taking control of the conversation. You aren't just a student anymore. You are a communicator. That is perhaps the biggest win of all.
It really is. Transitioning from a student who follows rules to a speaker who expresses thoughts. It's a beautiful transition to watch. If you felt that shift today, even a little bit, then this hour was a success.
It certainly was. We'll leave you to your day or your night now. Take these small wins with you. They belong to you. You earned them with your time and your focus.
Until next time, keep moving forward, step by step.
We'll be here waiting for you in the next episode. Take care.
One last thing to think about as the music of our voices fades away. Think about why you started this journey. Think about that first day you decided to learn English. Think about how little you knew then compared to how much you know now. When you feel stuck, don't look at how far you have to go. Look at how far you have already come. That distance is the proof of your power.
That is so true, Sarah. The person you were on day one would be so impressed by the person you are today. Never forget that. You have already achieved so many wins. Today was just about learning to see them again.
Sleep well if it's night for you, and have a productive day if it's morning. We are always in your corner.
Always. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Let's just stay in this quiet moment for a second longer. Feel the progress. Let it sink in. You are an English speaker. You are learning. You are growing. And that is enough. For today, that is more than enough. It really is. Let the quiet give you strength for tomorrow's practice. Consistency is the quietest power in the world, but it is also the strongest. By being here, you are using that power. Well done.
We will be back soon with more clear, simple English for your ears. Until then, enjoy your journey. It's a beautiful one.
See you soon.
Take care, everyone. We are signing off now, but the learning doesn't have to stop. Keep those English thoughts bubbling in your mind. Keep noticing the world in your new language. It's a whole new way to see.
It is indeed. See you in the next one. Goodbye.
Goodbye for real this time. Keep going. You've got this. Every step counts. Every word matters. You are doing great. Just keep pressing play, and we will keep walking with you, step by step. Better English is waiting for you, and you are already on your way.
That's right. One step at a time. See you later.
Take a deep breath. Release the tension. You did the work today. Now, just relax. You've earned it. The progress is happening even while you rest. That's the beauty of the brain. It keeps working for you.
It's a wonderful machine, isn't it? Just let it do its thing. You've given it great fuel today.
We truly have. Okay, let's let the silence take over now. Happy studying, everyone.
Happy studying. Goodbye.
Good night or good day. We will talk to you very soon.
We look forward to it. Bye-bye.
One final reminder, just in case you need to hear it. You are not alone in this. Millions of people are on this plateau with you, but you are the one who is listening. You are the one who is practicing. You are the one who will reach the other side. Believe in that.
We believe in you. We see your effort, and we know you can do it.
Yes, you can. See you very soon.
Bye.
Bye. Keep that checklist in mind. Listening, speaking, thinking. Find your win today. Just one. That's all you need.
Just one. Good luck. We're rooting for you.
Always. See you.
See you next time. Better English, step by step, will be here. Stay calm and keep learning.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Take a deep breath. Release the tension. You did the work today. Now, just relax. You've earned it. The progress is happening even while you rest. That's the beauty of the brain. It keeps working for you.
It's a wonderful machine, isn't it? Just let it do its thing. You've given it great fuel today.
We truly have. Okay, let's let the silence take over now. Happy studying, everyone.
Happy studying.
Good night or good day. We will talk to you very soon.
We look forward to it. Bye-bye.
One final reminder, just in case you need to hear it. You are not alone in this. Millions of people are on this plateau with you. But you are the one who is listening. You are the one who is practicing. You are the one who will reach the other side. Believe in that.
We believe in you. We see your effort, and we know you can do it.
Yes, you can. See you very soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Keep that checklist in mind. Listening, speaking, thinking. Find your win today. Just one. That's all you need. Just one. Good luck. We're rooting for you. Always. See you. See you next time. Better English, step by step, will be here. Stay calm and keep learning.
Bye for now.
Bye.